Hello X-Wing fans, this is JBuzzsaw79 here with another build for the X-Wing Miniatures game. This one will be an Imperial build for the Empire, so we'll go right into it here. This one will be using none other than a Gamma Squadron veteran. Let me just zoom in slightly here for this. Alright. We'll move this pot over slightly. There we go. Alright, so there's the ship there, the Gamma Squad Vet with the 2 attack, 2 defense, 6 hull, 0 shields, the elite talent, 2 torpedo, 2 missile, and a bomb with focus, target lock, barrel roll. All that for a mere 19 points. So this is basic bomber line there, but they do have the EPT, which is the big thing here. To go with that, I would be running the Deadeye, which allows you to use a focus basically in place of an attack for target lock. That was errated to not only go on small ships, which ruined the 3 scout U-boat build. To go with that, I'm running an extra munitions card. So that way, basically, if you put 1 missile on and a torpedo on, basically you'd get double the amount, and it only costs you 2 points then to double your total munitions on your stuff for ordnance. So this is kind of an ordnance-y build, as it were. To go with that, then I'm running the concussion missiles, which is 4 dice, 2 to 3. Basically you burn a target lock, or in this case the focus from Deadeye, and then you go ahead and turn 1 blank into a hit at the end of everything for 4 points, but in this case it's 6 points, but I get 2 shots. So and then finally, to go with that yet, I also threw in some, we'll put these to the top, look at the cluster missiles there, sorry about that. 3 dice twice, basically, is what it is there. So you throw 3, figure out hits or misses, and you throw 3 more again. Now, the only reason I added these in is because I wanted ordnance that would go range 1 to 2, so I didn't necessarily have to fire the primary weapon. I can roll 3 twice, which is twice as nice. So normally that would also be another 4, but because of the extra missions, like 2 missiles there, 2 for the concussion. And then to round it off, obviously you really want to play with the guidance chips right there. So, which lets you basically once per round, when attacking with a secondary weapon, because their damage is only 2, they can turn basically any dice into a hit. So if I roll a hit and a crit, or 2 blanks, this, if I'm shooting the concussion as a hit, and then I can use the guidance to make another hit. And then the only thing with the guidance chip to remember, it is only once per round when attacking. So I can only, even though I have 2 clusters, I only get to change 1 with the guidance. So yeah, and then basically real quick, just to round them off then here, I chose to run Mr. Major Stridan. I think it's pronounced as Stridan. And Stridan is in the new upsilon shuttle, and that's mainly what I wanted to play here. To test this bad boy out. Really, it's long and short. So here, 4 attack primary, 1 defense, 6 hull, 6 shields. System 2 crew slot, 2 tech slot, focus slot, target lock, and the coordinate action for 32 points. It says, for the purposes of upgrade cards, you may treat the friendly ships at range 2 and 3 as though actually being at range 1. What does that mean? Well, basically it means, for example, that the coordinate action that you would take with the Major here would actually be at range 1, even though he might be at, say, range 3 from the ship he wants to coordinate with. So that's pretty awesome there. Going with them, I also did play the fire control system for mere 2 points. After you perform an attack, you may acquire target lock on the defender, just because sometimes you're going to have to do some hard maneuvers with the shuttle here. Those are stressful, obviously, even though you can still do them. And this gives you some form of modification if you shoot stuff and it doesn't die right away. And then finally go with that, I really wanted to run General Hux. As an action, choose 3 friendly ships at range 1 to 2, which with Stridan makes it range 3. Assign 1 focus token to each of those ships and then a fanatical condition to them, and take a stress to one of them, the fanatical condition, which says that if you use the focus token that Hux gives you, you turn something to a hit, then that hit cannot be avoided. They have to take it, so it makes it an uncancelable hit from when he uses his focus. Now, briefly, as I finish this up, the build overall, I did play it this past weekend. I played 3 rounds with it and went 1 and 2. The first round, I played another person that was also running Ordnance, and in that particular game, he tried to shoot tracer rounds at me the first round, and I shot. He had 2 ships with tracer rounds. They're both C-95s. I concussion missile the first one, and basically just blew it out of the water before anything could happen. And then the second Z-95 that he had tracers on was, I didn't kill it, but I did crit it, and when he flipped the crit, it was blinded pilot, so he couldn't shoot that round anyway. And then the next round, as we moved in, I finished that one off. So basically, it was really good luck for me and bad luck for him. And basically, he didn't figure I'd basically blow up the 2 guys that had the things on them there. So, moving on. The second round, then I played a guy that was running Talonbane with 2 M3s, and he had put the title on the M3s, but outfitted them both with plasma torps. Basically, I rolled horribly. He concentrated fire, killed 1 bomber off right away with that. And then I killed 1 of the M3s, and then basically I killed the other No, I did not. I killed Talonbane, and he killed my other bomber, and then it was just the upsilon versus his M3, which obviously he just outmaneuvers me for days. There's nothing I could really do about that. So that was that one, long and short. And then the last round I played was somebody running 3 special forces, all the same with title, lightweight frames, and VI. It was the generic special forces. I think he had fire control on them. They came to be, he said, 33 points apiece, since they're all identical. So, and that one, just horrible dice rolls. I mean, I'd even with the guidance chips on, like, and the concussion missile thing, I'd roll an attack of 4 dice and like get 1 hit and blank out. And then he'd roll the extra dice because the lightweight frames get 2 natural evades, and then burn his focus for the other one. It was just horrible. Like you know, I'm shooting the cluster missiles, I'd get 1 hit. I mean, just horrendous dice rolls on my part, and just really good rolls for him. I mean, I remarked over playing the game, you know, nothing against him. I mean, he did obviously very well for the fact that, I mean, he won the game. So, I mean, you know, there's that. But, you know, no matter how much planning you do, always remember, you cannot plan for dice rolls. And that's really, I would say at least 80% of this game is the dice rolls. I mean, you can roll, or say, okay, I got my arc this way, and I'm gonna barrel roll that way with my arc to get an arc on this guy, and I'll be out of arc, but he'll shoot me with this or whatever. But it's like, if you roll all blanks or only 1 hit, and they evade it and they fire back and they hit, you know, 3 hits and a crit, it doesn't matter. I mean, how good you are. So, but yeah, I mean, this is, I think, all right for fun casual. I would definitely never play this in something competitive. But nonetheless, like I say, 2 of the Gamma vets up here, and then Mr. Stridan down there is the build. So thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you did not. Go ahead and throw a comment in there as well if you don't mind. I do read those and appreciate those. And finally, if you did enjoy this content at all, please feel free to go ahead and drop a subscription in the channel. I very much appreciate that, and thank you for your time. This is JBuzzSaw79 signing off and saying thanks for watching, and see you later.